What is going on, everyone? Jordan the Jedi back here today with another video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about and covering the Star Wars Black Series Force Effects Elite Emperor Palpatine lightsaber. Now, I was originally not going to pick this up because of the price point. It sits about $225 at retail. However, I was able to pick this up for a steal. So I decided, hey, you know what? For the price I'm getting it for, I might as well grab it. I ended up grabbing this bad boy for $165 off a deal through GameStop. They did a little grab bag deal where you could pay $5 for a grab bag, and ultimately it gave you 25% off of any items you could fit in the bag, and they allowed me to fit this in the bag. So I got 25% off of this. I ended up bringing it down to like 160, like 165 around there, 167-ish, give or take a few dollars. But I'm excited to get into this. So let's get into it. Let's check out what is inside, all the contents, and then we'll check it out and see what it looks like lit up. You already know what time it is. It is time to cut into this box. So let's get into it. So just cut through the tape here. Get the tape on the bottom. There's a couple strands of tape, nothing too crazy. A few strands of tape to cut through, but besides that, nothing too bad. Now, I do really like the packaging on these. The packaging on these is really nice. I do like the whole black oddly shaped box thing. I think that's really cool, and I think the Elite line is actually the best thing that Hasbro does, believe it or not. Their Black Series, their regular Black Series line is kind of hit or miss depending on the lightsaber, but their Elites are usually top notch. I have the Revan and the Kylo Ren as well, which I'll do videos on those later. Let's open this up here, flip the box around, and let's get into the actual contents itself. This is ultimately what comes with it. You have your hilt, the blade, some pieces for the stand, and the emitter right here, and some instructions. Nothing too crazy, but let's get into the stuff here. Shouldn't be any more tape on this, I don't think. I'm going to pop this down right over here, and then I'm going to pull out the pieces, and let's check out this hilt. So the first thing I can say is that this hilt is insanely heavy. Like, it is like really heavy, and it's a lot larger than what Palpatine would have used in the movies. But it's going to be a fingerprint magnet, but it is amazing. Just look at this. Nice gold, the nice little like rose gold on the top. The metal on this, it's hard to see, but it is kind of two-tone between this and this. You see we got the little green button, red button right here. So these must be buttons to control everything. It actually really does look nice. I really like it. It is a lot bigger. Like, I couldn't imagine Palpatine would have been able to fit this in his sleeve. So it's definitely not, to movie scale, but I think they did what they could with all the stuff that was inside it to, make it as close as they possibly could. So now putting the stand together is really easy. It's just 3 parts, and all you have to do is just line up the parts in here, slide them in, and then this is just where the hilt sits itself. So the hilt would sit on it just like that. The little bottom nub would go in here, and the neck of the hilt would go right up in the top, or emitter piece would go right up in the top right there. So now, if you couldn't already tell, the emitter piece that is on the top here actually is not the emitter piece that the blade goes into. So this is the emitter piece that is going to house the blade. This emitter is just for display purposes. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop on this emitter piece. We are going to throw some batteries in, and then we are going to pop the blade in and check out what this bad boy looks like when it's lit up. Now, to get into the battery compartment, to put the batteries in, you are going to need this Allen key right here. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew this screw right here, not these screws, so don't get those confused because these don't open the bottom. You are going to unscrew this screw here. This bottom piece is going to pop up on you, so be careful. Don't let it fall because it's going to get damaged, but it popped up pretty quick on me. And essentially, you're just going to take this top piece off and then take out the battery compartment, pop in 3 AA batteries, pop it back in, pop this top back on, and screw the screw back in. And once you got that, you'll be all good to go. So the blade is finally in, so now let's turn this on and see how it looks all lit up. So you're going to have your green ignition switch right here. That's going to turn the blade on. So let's check it out right about now. All right. So I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. All right. So I really do like, if you notice, it has that gradual kind of ignition that you would see in the movies, but then when you turn it off, it also has that gradual like depletion of the blade itself. I've noticed that Hasbro is really good with actually getting that into their sabers, especially on their Force Effects Elite line. The Kylo and the Darth Revan were the same exact way, so I didn't really expect anything less, but you can definitely tell they put their, they put their effort into that. Now, you're going to have this little red button on the side right here. This is going to give you your blaster deflection, if you can see. And then you're also going to be able to hold it, and that's going to give you some tip drag. So it'll look like you're kind of like dragging the tip of the saber on something, like if you're going to cut through like a door or try to like impale somebody with it or dragging it across the ground. This would be how that would look there. Now, one thing that I will say is weird about this lightsaber that I didn't expect it to have is it actually has another color, almost like a Force lightning effect. We all know Palpatine was able to shoot Force lightning out of his fingertips, but if you hold down this green button, it actually gives you some Force lightning effects. So I'm going to show you this right now. So you'll see it's like a bluish purple color, and it looks like the blade itself is just getting hit by Force lightning, or like Force lightning is going through the blade. It's pretty cool. I don't really think that Sidious or Palpatine ever had, Force lightning going through his blade, but it's a cool little touch. It kind of gives you that, Sidious Sith Force lightning effect inside the actual saber itself. But now let's turn into a low light situation where we get no light in here, and let's power this bad boy on and check it out and see how it looks. Okay, so we are in as low light as we are going to get right now. So let's power this thing on and see exactly how it looks in the dark. Look at that glow. So start off, power it back on one more time. We'll get these blaster deflections going. We got the blaster deflections there. Also got some flash on clash here. Get that. So you'll see the flash on clash. You twist it. Then we'll get some tip drag here. So you can see the dragging of the tip. And then last but not least, the Force lightning effect, which definitely has that purpley blue lightning vibe. It looks really cool. It's really nice. Overall, I'm really happy with this. I can't complain about this saber. It's really cool. So we have seen it light up the room. We've seen it powered on. But what do I ultimately think about this saber? I'm actually really impressed. I think this is really high quality. I think this is the closest type of quality you're going to get besides like Disney legacy lightsabers to actual, replica lightsabers that are, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It is really nice. My biggest complaint with the hilt is just it's a fingerprint magnet, as you can already see. There's so many fingerprints on it. Besides that, I really did like the Force lightning effect. I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but I really do like it. I actually think it looks really cool. Now, besides that, the flash on clash is decent. The blaster deflection is decent. The tip drag is good, like in all the Force Effects Elite lightsabers. It's an overall good saber. If you can get it on a discount, I would definitely recommend getting it. Even at that $225, I guess it would be worth it if you're a Palpatine fan. But, for me, like I said, the $225 was a little too steep, so I'm lucky I got it on a discount. But I would definitely recommend this to any Star Wars fan who just wants a Palpatine lightsaber. Keep in mind, it isn't going to be the exact, size replica from the movies. It definitely is much bigger, but it does come with a stand, and it looks really cool and has some really cool effects. So you can see right here just how it looks on the actual stand itself, and it looks really good, and it's a nice collector's piece. So obviously I can't recommend it enough. So definitely, if you get a chance to grab it, pick one up. But that will do it for my review of the Palpatine Elite Lightsaber from Force Effects. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more Star Wars content. And I'll check you guys out on the next one.